Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If the Ukrainian counteroffensive doesn't show results, or acceptable results, whatever that is, the European Union will pull the plug of support, financial and military. Why? Because they are at the bottom, almost at the bottom, which is the European. Financially, economically, militarily, politically, socially. It can go worse than that, but that's where it's going to be the critical mass reaches the point of cannot control it. So what happened? We have here an MP who says that if Ukraine does not provide some results, produce some results with their counteroffensive, in 3 to 4 months, the support is moving out. So let's see. This article comes from the Ukrainians themselves. Ukrinform. It is from today, the 29th of June 2023. MEP. Ukraine has 3 to 4 months to show success in counteroffensive. So Ukraine has a few months to show the world progress in its counteroffensive. Otherwise, Europe may start pushing Kiev to freeze the conflict and speak with the Russians. That's going to calm down. The opinion was expressed by MEP Janusz Wojciechowski during a briefing in Brussels, an Ukrinform correspondent reports. When asked how he personally sees the end of the war, the MEP said, I'm quoting, "I'm Polish, and I find the end to the war as you, Ukraine, find it. For us, victory is defined by the same words as you define it. To recover Crimea, to recover Donbass, to punish Russia, to make Russia pay reparations." End quote. So far, the script was very well read. He added that he was not sure whether such development was realistic at this stage. And I'm quoting him. He asked rhetorically, "Is it realistic? I am not sure. This definition, victory, has not been shaped and is not shared in a number of Western European countries," Wojciechowski said. That means, what is winning? What's victory? We're not in agreement of one definition in this case. That's what he says. And I'm quoting again. "I think you have 3 to 4 months to margin of freedom. The world is watching the progress of the military offensive, the world being 25 states, or maybe 1 or 2, to put it this way, is one, and with its weasel plantation, which add up to about 40. So that's not the world, that's 25% of the world at the most, is watching the progress of the military offensive. If in a few months of the offensive it is going to stop and there is no progress, Europe will start pushing Ukraine to freeze the conflict, to start talks with Russia, and thus repeat the solution of 2015. No, that was not a solution. That was a bullshit, because that was what happened in 2022. It was not a solution. It was a postponing of something else. This is my pessimistic opinion," end quote, the MEP said. As reported, U.S. Secretary of State Weasel Antony Blinken described the current situation with the Ukrainian Armed Forces counteroffensive as a process that is at an early stage, and emphasized that Ukrainian forces are provided with everything they need to achieve victory. Well, if you remember, if you don't, I made a video earlier today where I used an article saying that the European countries might send some troops in Ukraine for some kind of, activity. And remember, Ukraine supposedly has about 30,000 troops in Western Europe being trained. And you have volunteers, a lot of them waiting to enter. You just take their epaulets, or however you call them, out, and they put the volunteer, and they're entering from Poland to Ukraine. And they will speak various languages because they're volunteers. What do you want? So I stumbled over another article where it says that Germany's capital is leaving. So foreign capital from Germany, or capital in general from Germany, is leaving Germany, like $128 billion of just leaving the most industrialized country in Europe. I guess none no more. It's one. The other one is the immigration is increasing over there. They have problems with the Poles, Hungarians, and Czechs regarding the immigration thing. I read another article today with the inflation. 6.5, I think, is in Germany, and is going up. So, all the Eurozone is in an economic depression, or how they call it. Is that how they call it, depression? Not deflation. They go down. So, how do you call that? Success. They don't have money. I have another article ready here where Viktor Orban of Hungary, Prime Minister, he's making fun of his Brussels. It's a recession, not depression. Recession, that was the word. Not depression yet, recession. So Viktor Orban says, where is the money? Brussels has no money. They try to get more money from the European countries to fund. So if you tell me one aspect, economic, military aspect, social aspect, that increased, like is getting better in Europe, I'm eager to hear it. The only thing that I'm hearing is some companies make a lot of money. The population is going to be taxed more and more. Their lifestyle goes down. They have to watch how much energy they use. The taxes will go high. The inflation is high. The income is not going up. Recession means firing people. So not good at all. Not good at all. And the politicians are doing just fine. Why? Because they're still holding their chairs. All right, my friends, you get the point. I think before winter comes, and if Ukraine doesn't reach, Vladivostok by, October, that's all over. Who's going to support them? I mean, if you want on an individual basis support, go ahead. But as a country, you screw up your future generations. And your country for what? For the United States, or for what? For some investors, from what? Some companies that make money out of this war? Well, I guess like your democratically elected officials are on board and A-okay with that. Are you? We'll see when it's going to hurt you and your children, how A-okay you will be with that. And hey, you got to work within the system. Wait about 3 more years to vote them out of the office. Vote some, the same kind, in the office with different face, but they will be the same. You didn't think they will do this to you, did you, when you voted? So that means they fooled you, and that's what they do now. They are becoming popular by promising, giving things. Once they go over there, the big guys come and say, hey, not Biden, big guy. They come and say, hey, come over here. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.